So, the Vatican have released a new document called Mater Populi Fidelis, and it seems to have caused quite the stir among Catholics. Now, I didn't want to make any sort of commentary until I actually read the entire thing, which I've just done, and it's not quite what I thought it was. Basically, this is all about certain Marian titles, like co-redeemer, mediatrix, and stuff like that. I saw some pretty insane headlines earlier as well, like from Reuters. They said something like, "The Vatican says that Jesus saves, not Mary," as if that was ever the position of the church anyway. But never mind. Some of the criticism that I've heard has been things like, why would they even touch this? Like, just leave it alone? Well, as you'll see, this is a response. The start of the document actually reads, "The present note responds to numerous requests and proposals that have reached the Holy See in recent decades, and particularly this dicastery, regarding questions pertaining to Marian devotion and certain Marian titles." So certain groups and assemblies have actually been pushing for like a fifth Marian dogma with regards to these titles. Now, you're welcome to criticise and think what you like about this, quite frankly, but this is what it said. I found this really interesting. It says, "However, there are some Marian reflection groups, publications, new devotions, and even requests for Marian dogmas that do not share the same characteristics as popular devotion. Rather, they ultimately propose a particular dogmatic development and express themselves intensely through social media, often sowing confusion among ordinary members of the faithful." I mean, that's true to an extent because we have a catechist problem. People aren't catechised very well at all, and people do fall into serious heresies. Now, what it goes on to say is that there are just better ways to explain the unique role of Mother Mary. It's actually quite well written. Like, it goes into all the biblical theology about her role, and more importantly, it tells us the history of these titles. And they didn't come around till like the 15th century, and they were quite scarcely used anyway. I myself have no problem using the word co-redemptrix because I understand that co is with, not equal to, and some people feel like this is a bit of a cop-out for people that aren't willing to be well catechised, which I understand. But what's important to note here is that the terms aren't actually being like anathematized as heretical, because quite frankly they can't be, because they've been used by previous popes and they appear in documents like Vatican II. Rather, what it is saying is that there are much simpler ways to describe the Blessed Mother. And really, the bottom line of this is that this is not going to be a fifth Marian dogma, these titles. Personally, I actually don't feel like this diminishes the Mother of God at all. I understand why some people are upset, but reading through this, I don't have much contention actually. Just remember, you are allowed to criticise the Pope. Just get out of here with all that sedevacantism stuff. So look, I'm actually kind of ambivalent about this, to be honest. So how do you guys feel? Let me know.